Hey, Colabcoaching yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. It's week number three of the listening series. Week three usually means we're going to talk about the steps, also, signs that you may need to be a better listener. With that being said, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe on my YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Go to my website, yourcolabcoach.com. There you could sign up for a free 15-minute coaching session. Also, you can fill out a free relationship checklist. With that being said, the topic for this week is the signs or the steps to have to be a basically to be a better listener, to be a good listener. Um, the first step is to actually care about the people and what you are listening to. Now, there are times when you are listening to things and you're hearing things and you're basically not interested. Maybe you tune out, maybe you're not focused, maybe you're not, you don't have any interest in what's being said. But the thing about it is that you have to care. The reason why I say you have to care is that if you care about something, you're going to put extra effort into it. If you care about something, you're going to put time and energy into it. So if you want to be a better listener, you have to care about the person that's speaking, and you have to care about the subject matter. Now, I'm not saying that you have to listen to every single thing someone comes to you with. I'm not saying that you have to listen to every single conversation with full intention and be focused and diligent. But what I am saying is that when you want to become a better listener in your relationships, me being a relationship coach, if you want to be a better listener in your relationships, that means that you have to care about who you are talking to and the topic. If someone is coming to you, maybe your significant other, your family members, your friends, co-workers, whoever it may be, and your friends, and they may come to you with a specific topic that maybe they had on their heart, or maybe they have something that maybe some constructive criticism towards you. The thing is that you have to care about that person enough to understand where this person is coming from and to show that you are actually being attentive with what they're saying. Now, the second thing that you should do, the steps when it comes to actually being a good listener, is to actually listen. It means actually listening. Now, it's one thing for you to care about something, it's another thing to actually put the energy into listening. A lot of times we put the energy into listening only when we actually care about something. That means that you shouldn't just jump into responding. That means you actually have to listen. Hold your response for later. Hold your response for later. I say, hold your response for later. Let that person finish talking. Now, there are caveats to this, of course. If this person is talking and is over talking, talking about a topic overly and is getting a little bit too repetitive, or they're repeating themselves to the point where you're like, okay, I got what they're saying, but they're continually repeating what they have to say. That's when you step in and interject, and then you provide a response. But your first option when it comes to listening should never be for you to respond. Your first option is to sit and be attentive and comprehend what this person is talking about. That's the biggest thing that you have to remember, because if you do not do that, that shows that, one, you really don't care, and that shows that you really don't value what this person is saying. So why are you even in this conversation to begin with? The last thing that you have to focus on is that when you are ready to provide a response, that's when the conversation builds. The conversation has not started until you provide a response. You cannot have someone just talking to you and having a conversation. That's not a conversation. That's just somebody providing a monologue, and you're just listening to the monologue. When you have the conversation, that means that you are actually stepping in and you're actually providing a response to what that person is saying. You may repeat some of the things that they said to get clarity, or you may actually be ready to provide a response to what that person is saying totally, wholly, or maybe break up these different parts of what that person is saying, then you provide a response to it. A lot of times we think that a conversation is just focused on one person speaking. That's not true at all. What you have to remember is that you have to be attentive, and then you provide the right moments of of providing a response. Don't just jump in, and as I said before, don't just say that, oh well, I'm just ready to respond and that's it. As I said before, you have to be aware of exactly when to respond and when not to respond, and to know if is this really a conversation, or is this just somebody just talking. Simple as that. Now, very quickly, I want to talk about the signs that you know that you need to be a better listener. Number one is that, as I said before, you are ready to just jump in the conversation and not really care about this person. You are just ready to have a response to whatever you think you heard, and that's it. You do not care about what this person is talking about. You just maybe were offended by what the person said. Maybe you didn't agree with what this person said. And you're just ready to just have a response for it. That's not communication. That's just you retaliating. Another thing is that you do not care about what is being said. You are just ready to react. As I said before, reacting is just you, reverse of what I said before. You are literally just having a monologue with yourself and reacting to that person instead of having a conversation. That's not progressing. That's not gonna work. You have to be focused and vigilant with both sides. And then finally, another thing that you should always recognize, especially if you know that you're not you basically not a good listener, is that you cannot repeat what that person said. You do not know what that person really talked about. You maybe just heard one or two phrases and then that's it. That was basically the gist of the conversation. You do not care what that person was saying. You just focused on what you heard and that was it. Where you could have had a whole conversation about what this person said, but you didn't. Simple as that. So, to make this as simple as possible, the steps, we're going to focus on the steps for this one. The steps of being a better listener, the steps of being a good listener. Number one, care about what that person is saying and who that person is. I'm not saying that everything you listen to or you hear needs your attention, but what I am saying is that if you want to become a better listener in your relationships, care enough to actually care about what that person is saying and who that person is that is approaching you with this conversation. The second thing is that take the time to listen. Really listen. Do not respond. Do not respond. Do not respond. Take the time to listen to see this person's viewpoint before you come with a response. Don't just jump in for a response. Take the time to listen and comprehend. Finally, the last thing is that when you provide your response, even if this person is talking a little bit too excessively, they're repeating themselves, when you are ready to respond, there are times where you can, when the person stops talking, step in, provide a response. But that's how you start the conversation. The conversation does not start until you provide a response. The conversation does not start until you provide a response. The person speaking to you is providing a monologue. You jumping in is what starts the conversation. Simple as that. So if you're struggling with this and you need more help when it comes to becoming a better listener or becoming a good listener, message me. As I said before, go to my website, Colabcoach.com, fill out that free relationship checklist and sign up for that free 15-minute coaching session so we can see we're a good fit for each other. Facebook, Instagram is all Colab Coaching. Follow me on YouTube, like and subscribe as well. COLAB Coaching. You can also email me, colabcoaching@gmail.com. I want everybody to be a better listener. Everybody can be a better listener. I can be a better listener. But you have to have the right steps of how to become a better listener. And it's always different for each person. So, with that being said, share this with anyone that's struggling with becoming a better listener, becoming a good listener. I'm here to help them. Finally, my amazing book, Fresh Eyes Solve Problems Easier, the Self-Love Relationship Project, is available everywhere. Barnes & Nobles, Amazon. It's an ebook on Amazon as well. It's an audiobook on Audible, wherever you listen to audiobooks. Write a review. Tell me what you thought about it. If you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, you did it. That's perfectly fine. Just write a review. With that being said, have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. And I can't wait for next week because I'm going to share some things about me that I've learned as I started my journey on becoming a better listener. Bye. Have a wonderful day.